And I actually, when I teach moral philosophy for my seminarians at the Byzantine seminary, this is sort of even structurally how I approach the classes. Teach them that it's really important just to understand different approaches to moral questions. Like, how do you do
Right.
moral analysis? Do you think of morality in terms of virtues? Do you think of it in terms of law? Do you think of it in terms of what would be called utilitarianism? You know, get the greatest number of good for the greatest number of people in
Right.
kind of simplified terms. Do you think of it in terms of pleasure and pain, like the Epicureans? So you have like your general frameworks, and there are
Right.
others we could add to this. So Father Cuddy and I decided when we were doing our big tree of things, this is a kind of out toward level one of the tree, very general topic, which is
Right.
super important though, like to structure people so that whenever they're reading a philosophy text or
Right.
even a theology text, because the theology is going to use the philosophy, they can
Right.
think, what kind of moral
Okay.
system is this? And so that's what
Right.
he's written for us. So I've had a chance to read it and edit it, and we're just going through the last stages of that, Father Cuddy and I, before we get into the copy editing stage. And so then Dr. Kaiser, he does it in a very pedagogical way. So there are different sorts of styles of articles we'll have depending on the
Hmm.
content. And so he I think very clearly goes through like how would a reader of Aristotle in a virtue ethic approach
Okay.
moral questions. Then he talks about problems in kind of moral relativism and utilitarianism, which is actually
Okay.
very important pastorally because lots
Right.
of people are relativists. And then he
Right.
he lays out critiques of some other thinkers too, like Immanuel Kant, Friedrich Nietzsche. Um, so he gives like the map so that you don't feel like
Right.
you're lost in
Right.
the domain of moral philosophy texts.